From the producers of Jurassic Park.
Look out! Down!
And the director of Speed. Comes this summer's most powerful thrill fest, Twister.
Okay, left hand green. Oh!
Twister, a Milton Bradley film.
Well, we have a very excited crowd on what I think has been a very interesting week in Seattle. As you now know, the Sonics are finally inflicting pain on other people. It's nice. Isn't it? I remember last week people were saying, they barely got by Sacramento. This is terrible. I don't know. Now they're saying, hey, bring on Chicago. I mean, it's like, I think we match up well with Chicago. I think we can, it's like, Yeah, we are. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, everybody's like, now they're cheering. We are so pathetically fickle. I mean, it's embarrassing, really. I guess what's happened here is people have stopped being angry about the Sonics, and now everybody's all exercised about the whole Commons thing. Everybody's like, the Commons. It's getting to be like the Civil War in Seattle, the battle of the green and the gray. It's just battling. People are putting up these big angry banners, angry signs. On the opening day of boating season, true story. Saw it. They have that big parade of the yachts going down there. It's a huge yacht, like a big $1 million yacht. I saw this. It had a huge sign that said, "No Commons, we can't afford it." It's like $1 million. You've all seen that. There's signs in front of the mansions, "We can't afford it." Which is what they said last time, which you remember last time it was a $100 million measure. Now they've scaled it back to a $50 million measure. But they keep bringing it back, bringing it down. A few years, it's going to be $20 to put a little grass by the fire hydrant. No, can't afford. No, we can't not afford that. The people who want the, yeah, there we go. Got one up there. He's got his banner up there. Yes, that's right. The people who want the Commons should learn by our recent history with the stadium. Vote no, and then we'll build it anyway. I mean, that's what we do. You vote no, and then build it. Although, I think it's possible that the problem was with the name. I mean, how can you get excited about something called the Commons? I mean, they need to come up with a sexier name for the ballot. Not the Commons, call it Bitchin'. It's like the Bitchin' Park, or call it free money. Like vote for free money. That would, give the opponents problems. No free money. We can't afford it. We cannot afford it. You've probably noticed that as the election draws closer, the signs and the posters have become angrier and weirder. And we have some examples. Now, first, from the pro-Commons people. Have you seen this one? If Commons are outlawed, only outlaws will have Commons. You've seen that one. They've tried this approach. People get lucky in parks. Vote yes, Seattle Commons. Yeah. And finally, it's just a park, you trashy little nobodies. Ooh. So, they fire back from the people opposed to the Commons. It's vote no on the Seattle Commons. What are you, man? Pee-whipped? Also, Commons no, run down neighborhoods with grass growing through the sidewalks. Yes! And finally, the Seattle Commons, just how Hitler started. It's a tough dispute. Not sure what they're cheering for there, but anyway, we hope both sides can work this dispute out peacefully. And right now, we would like to get on with the show and welcome a new sponsor to Almost Live. I was at my wit's end.
He was driving us crazy.
Totally crazy.
It feels so good to have her out of my hair.
You're listening to the sons and daughters who have parents at Last Horizons, a retirement home for old people.
When I dropped Dad off at Last Horizons, I didn't even have to get out of the car.
At Last Horizons, we know you don't have time to get out of the car.
I barely even had to slow down.
The sidewalk in front of Last Horizons is soft, so you can shove old people out and they won't get hurt.
What I like is they don't pressure us to come visit.
Not at all.
Hey, they're just old people. Forget about them.
Forget about who?
I told him that Mom has this thing about running around naked. It turns out they have a room just for that.
Last Horizons has a special Get Naked room.
Go for it, Mom.
My concern was safety, so it was a relief to see the padded walls and all that restraining gear.
Last Horizons has a lot of restraining gear.
Come to think of it, it'd be a pretty cool place to shoot a music video.
Last Horizons is a pretty cool place to shoot a music video.
And when I found out how much it cost,
Oh my God.
Our well-trained staff is underpaid.
It was like major score.
Last Horizons retirement home for old people. This really will be their last horizon.
Happy Mother's Day. We'll be right back after this.
So at the end of one, the Sonics lead the Kings 24-13. We'll return in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network.
At Jack Roberts Appliance for 3 days only.
Jeez, another commercial. Those pitchmen are so obnoxious.
You know, Steve, I used to think that too, until one night. I was in a club downtown. So I'm in singing. Get tickets to the game. Let's just watch it in the bar.
Oh, man. Go over there and talk to her.
What, are you kidding, man? She's gorgeous. If she blew me off in front of all these people, I'd feel like a fool.
Have some confidence, man.
Hey, it's Jack Roberts.
Whoa! Now, John, where do you think I'd be if I was never willing to play the fool once in a while? Not the leading appliance salesman in the Northwest, anyway. Now go over there and talk to her, be aggressive, be confident like me.
Okay, Jack.
And that's how I met Micah.
Really?
That's right, and that's not the last time someone came to my rescue.
John, it's not you. I'm just tired.
Oh, honey, again?
Of course. I mean, the problem, it's this lumpy old mattress. I mean, who could possibly get comfortable on this piece of junk? Come over to Sleep Entry USA. I'll make you a great deal on a brand new Simmons Beauty Rest. If you're not picky about color, that is.
So you see, you really shouldn't be so quick to judge. I mean, they are here to help us.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey, that's a nice suit, but what's with that tie?
Hey, George Zimmer!
All right, hey, George, listen, can you help my buddy with his wardrobe?
Sure, I guarantee it.
Hey, George, I've been looking for you so long. This tie is like...
No fancy name?
Okay, we're getting pretty close to game time here, and I got to thank you again for a pinch hitting here. When Hank came down with the chicken pox, I thought, oh, great, now who am I going to get for a color man? And then the intern said, you'd be good.
Oh, thanks a lot, Tom. You know, my style's a little bit different than
That's
Hank's.
okay.
I like to include all the fans who are kind of unfamiliar with the game.
Yeah, you bet.
So.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. This is Mudcat Baseball Network, and good afternoon. Fans, the start of a big 4-game homestand for the Mudcats as they take on the always tough Mountaineers. Overcast day, chance of rain, but so far it looks like we're going to get this game in. I am Tom Meredith, and filling in for Hank Burns today is Rick Ross.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
Sure.
Today we will be announcing a game of baseball. Baseball is played by having baseball players that go onto a grassy field. More on that later.
Yeah, okay. Well, here we go now. Leading off for the visiting Mountaineers is their big catcher, Dan McGinnis, who steps up to the plate now.
Now when Tom says steps up, he actually means the player just walks up. There are no actual steps leading up to the plate. And I know that can be kind of misleading because it's not really a plate like you could eat off of it or something.
No.
Although if it was very clean, you could.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks, Rick. Now, here is the first pitch to McGinnis, and it is low for a ball.
Oh, a ball has been thrown. But the word ball in this instant also indicates a type of pitch that was not very good.
The second pitch is on the way now. Strike one right across the plate there.
Oh, no one was hit. Now, I know if you were worrying about it, it just means it was a good pitch.
The next pitch is on the way. Swung on one hopper. Second baseman Valdez scoops it up, makes the easy throw to first base, one away.
Oh, wow. A lot just happened on the baseball field. Where do I start?
I'll tell you something, Rick. I'll tell you, buddy, why don't we take a timeout briefly so we can let the local stations identify themselves here on the Mudcats Baseball Network.
We're clear.
What the hell are you doing, Blabby?
Well, I'm just trying to make the game understandable to some of our novice listeners. I don't think it should be this kind of, cult thing.
Okay, that's fine, but I think that most people know how it works, so just tone it down a little bit, okay, would you?
Okay.
Good.
Stand by.
And we're back. Next batter now for the Mountaineers is hot-hitting Bobby Clambeau. He is putting up some pretty good numbers this year, by the way.
And what do we mean by pretty good numbers? Well, it means a lot of things. How many times he's hit the ball, how many times he's gone to all the different bases, and how many times he's hit the ball way over the fence, and
Rick,
how many steals he has. And when we say steals, that actually doesn't mean he's a bad man or anything.
Rick, the score is now 2-0 Mountaineers. They scored those 2 runs while my partner Rico here was giving you all that crucial information.
And when we say scored, of course, we mean that
there is a pitching change down on the field right now.
And when we mean
so while that change is made, why don't we pause again for these messages on the Mudcats Baseball Network.
Clear.
Look, diarrhea mouth!
It's Rick.
We are missing half the action while you are babbling on and on. So why don't you do me and the entire audience a big favor and just shut your flapping gums and let me handle the game. If I want to hear anything from you, I will pull on your sleeve like this, okay? Unless I pull on your sleeve, you don't talk. Got it?
We're back on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Tom Meredith with my broadcasting partner today, Rick Ross. Mudcats down 2-0 right now. Relief pitcher, left-hander Sam Brzezinski into the game now. As a light rain has begun to fall at Mudcat Field. Stepping into the batter's box is Kenny Maxwell. Maxwell batting .281 on the season.
Whatever that means.
And all of a sudden, it has begun raining actually very hard right now, and the home plate umpire is apparently signaling a halt to the game as the field crew has begun pulling the tarp onto the infield. And we've got ourselves a rain delay, Rick. Got an interruption in the action down there. Getting word now that it is it? Yeah, it's going to be about a 1-hour delay. 60 minutes before we will resume the action. It's a long time. It's a delay caused by rain.
When we say rain, of course, we mean small droplets of water falling from the sky. These droplets are formed when moisture falls from the atmosphere.
Good evening. This is the Late Report. Well, the Olympic torch traveled through the Puget Sound area on Tuesday and actually flamed out when a bicyclist fell with it on the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Olympic officials issued a decree that from now on the Eternal Flame will be called the Eternal Flame except when it's in Tacoma. The city of Seattle says it plans to develop a pedestrian walkway along Pine Street to the public market, which will feature trees, planter boxes, park benches, and lots of other nice things that transients can pee on. A Superior Court judge gave the right to finally begin enforcing a 2-year-old ban on couch and table dancing in Pierce County. The new law should finally bring some relief to all parents of 5-year-olds who are tired of saying, "You kids, quit jumping around on the damn furniture!" A Korean woman who was picked out of a police lineup for theft at a downtown jewelry store complained, saying that white people can't tell Asians apart. A policeman then quickly replied, "I don't know which one of you said that, but you better get back in line." 3,000 extras turned out for the filming of a new Disney movie called The Sixth Man to play the role of Husky basketball fans at Heck Edmondson Pavilion. The UW is looking to hire at least that many extras for real Husky men's basketball games. One of the most wanted steelhead-killing sea lions was captured in Shoal Bay on Monday. The sea lion has filed a protest saying that white people can't tell sea lions apart. The former wife of Oregon Congressman Wes Cooley accused him this week of being a chronic liar and says he once told her that he used to kill people using piano wire. Cooley denied the charges and then asked his ex-wife if she would join him in the music room. In France recently, a firefighting helicopter hauling water out of the ocean with a large bucket accidentally scooped up a man who was scuba diving and dumped him on the fire. Here with a commentary is Bob Nelson.
Thank you, John. Now, I know this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think it's wrong to haul scuba diving Frenchmen out of the water in a big bucket and then drop them onto a fire.
Okay. Well, Bob, that is quite a stand, Bob.
Well, I feel pretty strongly about it, John.
Yeah, I guess so. So, what is your reasoning behind that, Bob?
Well, for one thing, I think it tends to bring a negative energy to what would normally be a fun-filled day of scuba diving, which rightfully should be free of wondering whether you're going to be, yanked out of the water in a big bucket. Secondly, I think it only makes matters worse to then drop them onto a raging fire. Now, I know what you're thinking, John.
No, actually, I don't think you do. No.
You're thinking, why should I care about anyone in that rude, arrogant country full of drunk Jerry Lewis fans?
Well, that wasn't it exactly.
But, imagine it's you scuba diving, and all of a sudden you find yourself being lifted in a big bucket. You'd probably be thinking, man, what are the odds of this? And just when you start, you're thinking, well, I guess this isn't so bad. At least it's nice and cool in here. Well, that's about the time you look down and you see that you're being dropped onto a big fire. And now you're thinking, boy, this has got to be one of the worst days I've ever had. So that's why I'm asking for your donations to my new charity, the Don't Scoop French Scuba Divers Out of the Water and Drop Them into a Fire Foundation. With your help, rubber-suited Frenchmen will live again to insult foreigners like yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Nelson. Very interesting, Bob. Finally, the Oregon Coast Aquarium has given Keiko, the killer whale who starred in Free Willy, a big screen television. Keiko's already watched the movies Blazing Saddles and The Lion King, but loses interest quickly. And trainers think the loss in interest may be due to the fact that Keiko is a whale. This has been the Late Report. We'll be right back, so stay with us.
Hi, my name is Marvin Gutenspleen. If you've tried to stop smoking time and time again without success, come see me. I've helped hundreds of people to stop smoking, for good. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I don't use hypnosis or nicotine patches or anything like that. I just help people to lose their desire to smoke ever again by convincing them that it's not in their best interest to continue. Sound simple? Yeah. Yeah, it's real simple. Let's meet former smoker Dennis. Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
Cigarette?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good. Let's meet some other Marvin Gutenspleen success stories.
Go! I don't smoke anymore, and I swear I never will. Thanks, Marvin.
We don't smoke anymore, do we, honey?
Huh? No. No.
So if you really want to stop smoking, do it the proven Martin Gudenspleen way.
Hey, I overheard what you were saying, man. I have tried everything to quit smoking. Nothing works for me.
Yeah, look, maybe you...
I think I can help you.
Great.
Let's go. The Marvin Gudenspleen Stop Smoking Method. Absolutely. Positively. Guaranteed.
Well, that's about it this week, but don't forget our own Nancy Guppy's live sketch comedy show, Cheaper Than Therapy, which is currently playing at the Market Theater down at the Pike Place Market. The show runs on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays through June 1st, and tickets are available by calling that number. And they're only $8, so you better call because they're going fast.